So, good morning, friends. Today we'll discuss about DMA operation. What is a DMA and what is the need of DMA? So, in generally, if suppose a DMA is not there, at that time we are going to use to transfer the data from input to memory. We require CPU, or memory to output, we require CPU. So that means without CPU, we cannot store the data in the memory, or we cannot read the data from the memory. So for that, we can use a DMA which is without using CPU. That is, DMA means direct memory accessing. So by using DMA, we can directly accessing the memory. So that's why the name is called as a DMA. So without CPU, the memory can be read, write data. So that is called as a DMA. So during this DMA operation, we can remember three registers, please. Okay, please note down. Three registers are mainly used. One is called as a source address. That is called as a starting address. Source address or starting address. And second one is a destination address. Second one is a destination address. Okay, and third one is the how many data you have to transfer, that is size of the data. These are the 3 points. One is the source address, second one is the destination address, and third one is the size of the data. These are the three registers mainly you have to remember during this DMA operation. Very clear? Okay, then come to the DMA. So now you have to observe. Don't bother about this very big figure. This is a very simple diagram. Okay, so that is, you have to observe three blocks. So similarly, generally in MSP 435XXX consists of 3-channel DMA. But here I am going to discuss N channel. So that's why this is a channel 0 and channel 1, and here channel N. If you are interested, you can convert as a channel 0, channel 1 and channel 3, because there is a channel 3 DMA can be used in MSP 435XX microcontroller. And the channel 0, channel 1, channel 3 all are cut and paste, same blocks. That's why I'll draw a line. Okay, same blocks. And here you can learn only a channel 0. Then same thing you have cut and paste. Okay, so let channel 0. In DMA, channel 0 consists of 3 registers. Already I have discussed. What are the 3 registers? A source register, destination register, and size of the data. So same thing here. DMA source address. What is that? DMA source address, and DMA 0 channel, 0th channel, DMA 0 DA destination address, and DMA 0 SZ means size. So source address, destination address, size of the data. Okay, these are the 3 registers are available in channel 0. Similarly, channel 1, and similarly channel N. And in channel 0 top, you have to observe, you have consists of different bits. So in this DMA, DST means a destination, INCR incrementing So for that, we are using 2 bits are used for DMA destination incrementing. That means these bits are used to selecting either incrementing or decrementing or constant, no change, no change. That is, operations will be selected by using this DMA, DST, INCR, that is related to the destination address. Okay, similarly here, that 1 bit is used for to selecting either 8-bit or 16-bit. That is a DMA destination byte. Byte means 8 bits, or you can select a 16-bit. So that is the use of this 1 bit. And come to the here, they have a DMA DT used for 3 bits are used for DMA DT. That is a DMA DT means data transferring modes. So 3 bits are used to selecting data transferring modes. Then similarly, come to the bottom of a channel 0. Here also same things. So 2 bits are used for source incrementing. So SRC means source incrementing. That means source address may be incrementing or decrementing or no change. Similarly, DMA SRTS means source. Okay, source address may be an 8-bit or 16-bit, may be selected by using SRTS byte. Okay, then here you have to observe, this is the very important. What is that? DMA enable. DMA enable. So that means the DMA channel which is operation will be involved, that will be active by using this one. That means DMA enable will be 1, then only the channel 0 will be in the active position. Okay, then come to the here, each channel consists of 0 to 31 triggering pulses are available. You can apply 31, that 0 to 31, that means total 32. Total 32 triggerings are available. These 32 triggerings are selected by using DMA 0 T. T means trigger selections. How many bits are using? 5 bits are using to selecting these 32 triggerings. Okay, that is the use. And if this is here USB, if available, you have to connect it to the USB also. Okay, the same thing in the channel 1 and same thing channel N or channel 3. And you can stop the CPU by using the signal here. That is a hold the CPU, because if during the DMA operation you have to stop the CPU. Okay, then you have to observe here what is that? DMA priority and control, because here we have a different channels are available. For these different channels, we can assign the priority. That priorities are 2 types. One is a fixed priority, and second one is fixed priority, and second one is the round robin priority. You have to observe here. So either fixed priority or round robin priority. Fixed priority means channel 0 is always highest priority. Next priority lowest is the channel 1. Next lowest priority is the channel 3. Like that, the priorities are decremented from top to bottom. That is a fixed priority. But whereas second one, come to the round robin priority. In the round robin priority, so at first time, in the first cycle, channel 0 is the highest priority. Then go to the next lowest priority is the channel 2. Next is the channel 1, channel 2. So first is the 0 is the highest priority, first is the next lowest priority, 2 is the next lowest priority. Once the service is over, in the second tab, now next what is the next priority? So channel 1 is the highest priority, next channel 2, next channel 0. So that means once your service is over, then that channel will go to the lowest priority. So similarly, and third time, that third cycle, which is the highest priority, a second channel will be highest priority, then 0th one, then channel 1 is the lowest priority. So this method is called as a round robin method, priority assigning. We are assigning the priority based on round robin method. Okay, so that is the DMA operation. So these priorities are also stopped. That means interrupts will be stopped by using NMI request or JTAG activities. Okay, so this is a simple diagram. So same cut and paste, channel 0, whatever the operation is available, same thing for channel 1 and as well as the channel N. Okay, so then we'll go to the next one. That is DMA. What is a DMA? Direct memory accessing. So it is mainly used for to transfer the data from one address to the another address without CPU. That is a DMA. So what are the features of our DMA? So let here up to 8 independent channels. That means independent means you can access any channel. Okay, that is a not depending one channel to the another channel. So here we have 8 depending upon microcontroller, but whereas in our microcontroller we have only 3 independent channels are available. Then come to here. This configurable DMA channel with priorities, already we are studied. What are that priorities? Fixed priority and round robin priorities. And requires 2 M clocks. How many clocks? 2 M clocks are required for one data transfer. Please remember, for one data transfer, we require only 2 M clocks are required. That means 2 M clock cycles are required. Okay. Similarly, we can transfer either byte or word or mixed byte or mixed word. We can transfer. That means some bytes, after that some words or some bytes, like that we can transfer. And if suppose how much data, maximum data you can transfer, that means 65,535 bytes or words of data can be transferred. That is called as a block. A block size is up to 65. That is a size of the data. Then it configured. You can configure through programming. You can selecting any triggers, and also you can select the triggerings. How many triggerings? 32 triggerings. Those 32 triggerings are either edge triggering or level triggering. Okay, then in DMA we have 4 addressing modes are available. In DMA, how many addressing modes are available? 4 addressing modes are available. And how many data transfers are available? 6 data transfers are available. So these are the features of, that is the main points of a DMA controller. Okay, are you clear? So practice the diagram. Okay, then go to the addressing modes. Okay, so how many addressing modes are there? We have a 4 addressing modes are available. So those 4 addressing modes are, what are that? Fixed addressing, fixed to fixed, fixed to block, block to fixed, and block to block. What is that? That means, let first one, fixed to fixed. That means one address to the one address is called as fixed address to fixed address through DMA controller. Similarly, fixed to block means more. Okay, fixed means single. Let so single memory to more number of addresses will be copied. And similarly, block to fixed, that means many to single. Similarly here, what is that? Block to block transferred. So these are the 4 addressing modes are available. The addressing means how the data can be stored in a memory is called here 4 DMA addressing modes. So during these addressing modes, we have some control bits, or some 2 control bits are mainly used. One is already we have studied DMA SRC. SRC means source increment. Source increment is selected if source address is incremented or decremented or unchanged after each data transferred. Each data transferred. Similarly, for destination, the DMA, DST, INCR bits are used for a destination address is incremented or decremented or unchanged. Similarly, here we are discussed about the data is transferred either byte or 16-bit or byte to word or mixed. Mixed means byte to 8-bit to 16-bit, 16-bit to 8-bit mixed. Okay, so how that will be? So that means here you have to observe 8-bit byte to byte will be transferred or word to word transferred, then byte to word or word to byte is transferred. So how that will be? The byte to word means 8-bit to 16-bit. 8-bit to 16-bit, during that time that 8-bit will be stored in the lower byte, only in the lower byte. Okay, so and byte to word 8 bits are stored in the lower 8 bits, whereas the upper byte, because only 8 bits are copied and remaining 8 bits will be becomes 0. And similarly, if word to byte, at that time the only lower 8 bits are copied, because here only 0 to 7 bits, 0 to 7 bits will be copied into the byte. Okay, that is a word 2, because remaining 8-bit to 16 bits are not used. Okay, that is a, so 8-bit to 16, so 16-bit to 8-bit transferred. Okay, so please understand. So that is, what is that? byte to word. Byte to word means 8 bit to 16 bit. 8 bit to lower 8 bits. Lower 8 bits. Remaining 8 bits will be not copied. But opposite is also same. But here this opposite direction, this 8 bits, upper 8 bits will be becomes 0. Okay. So that is a DMA address. Okay. Then go to the next one. What are the modes? DMA operating modes. Okay, so now here mainly you can use 6 addressing modes. Sorry, 6 data transferring modes are available. What are that? Single transfer, block transfer, burst block transfer, repeated single transfer, repeated block transfer, repeated block transfer, burst block transfer. So same three, these three. Again here also same, but we have to add the word which is called as a repeated. Okay, repeat. Same operation can be repeat. So that is the remaining three. Okay, so first you have to learn one by one. So how this will be selected? This selected by using DMA DT. What is that? DMA DT means data transferring modes. So how many bits? 3 bits are used. Already we are discussed in the architecture. Okay, so that is a 000 single and 001 block transfer, 010 or 011 both, either 010 or 011 you can use burst block transfer, and 100 can be repeated, a repeated single transfer, and 101 repeated block transfer, and 110 or 111 can be used repeated burst block transfer. Okay, so what is a single transfer? Means each transfer, that means each data transfer we require trigger. That means for every one trigger, one data will be transmitted. Okay, so at that time DMA enable is automatically cleared. That means once DMA SZ means the data are transferred. SZ is used for number of data. That means if suppose if you transfer 10 datas. So if you're giving one trigger, one data will be transferred. How many datas are available? Remaining 9. That 9 will be, that is 10 will be decremented here to become 9. Similarly, again, if one trigger is given, then again one more data is transferred. At that time, DMA SZ will be again decremented by 1. Like that, for every one data transfer, the size will be decremented and becomes 0. Once this becomes 0, then DMA enable, the DMA enable is becomes 0, automatically cleared. When that will be cleared, if DMA SZ is becomes 0, then only DMA enable is 0. Okay, similarly block transfer, block means more datas, 10 datas, 10 datas are becomes one block, 10 datas, for example 10 datas are transferred one time, another again 10 datas will be transferred another time. So that is called as a block. So here for 10 data, that's for example I'm taking only an example, a block is transferred with one trigger. Previously for one data one trigger is required, but here 10 data, that means a one block for one block one trigger is enough. So if you're giving a one trigger, total 10 data are transferred. Okay, so at that time, so once all the data like that, one data, all blocks are transferred, then only this DMA enable is becomes the 0 at the end of the burst block transferred. Okay, then sorry, at the end of the block transferred. Okay, similarly, come to the here, burst block. So burst block means here also a block transfer. In addition to that, CPU will be utilizing. Generally, in DMA operation, DMA is not used. But here, in this mode, the CPU will also use. CPU operation is also used. So that's why we are called as a burst block. Burst block means CPU and as well as a block. Both will be operated. Both will be operated. That's why we are called a CPU activity is interleaved, is combined with, interleaved means is a combined with block transferred. So once all the blocks are transferred, DMA enable is automatically becomes 0. Then come to the here, repeated means if DMA is 1, then if going on triggering, the number of data will be going on transfer. Okay, so depending upon DMA enable, if DMA enable is 1, the data are going on transfer. That is a repeated. Similarly, blocks, here also blocks. If this is a 1, this is a 1, these blocks are number of blocks, there is no constant. So any number of blocks can be transferred. If this is equals to 0, then only the block transferred will be stopped. And similarly, here also repeated the CPU along with block transfer. Sir, you have a small doubt. Sir, when CPU will be work? So that is, once one block is transferred, after that, before going to the next block, the CPU will be on. CPU will perform some task, some operation. After that, again, CPU will be stopped, then go to the next block transferred. That is a CPU. Okay, that is then here also this operation will be continued depending upon DMA enable. So that is the main operation. Repeated means depending on DMA enable. If DMA enable is 1, so same modes will be repeatedly performed. Okay, if when will be stopped these modes, if enable is equals to 0, then only this operation will be stopped. Okay, same thing I'm explained in clearly, in briefly, in the one by one. So let single transfer mode. So what is a single transfer mode? Each byte or word, either 8-bit or 16-bit transferred for every one triggering pulse. And during that time, what is the SZ? SZ is how many data you can transfer. That is the SZ, that the number of data transfers. And similarly, DST means destination is incremented or decrementing. Similarly, source also is used for incrementing or decrementing after each data transferred. If size is 0, then the data transfer will be stopped. Similarly, what is that? SA means source address, destination address, and size are copied into temporary registers. What is the need of temporary? So, for temporary means for reference for next data transfer. Next data transfer. Okay, that is the use of temporary registers. So, at the time, the DMA, SA, and DA will be participated, either incremented or decremented, and SZ will be automatically decremented for every data transfer. If FZ is 0, then again reloaded. Reload. If you want to reload, we need again addresses. Where that address is available? These addresses are available in temporary register. So whatever the data you have to transfer addresses, those addresses again, if you want to transfer, same addresses will be copied into these registers, SA, DA registers. Okay, so at the same time, so DMA, IFG will be set. Okay, that means the data transfers are over. Again, you have to reload. Reloading means you have to generate interrupt flag. If interrupt flag is generated, automatically reloaded the addresses and data from temporary registers to actual registers. Okay, then similarly, so here again I'm going to explaining what is that repeated. That is a fourth one. That is a repeated single transport mode. Repeated means if DMA enable is one, same operations will be performed. Okay, so same sentences in place of single, I'm using block. Okay, that is the second operation. Okay, let same thing, same whatever the we are studied previously, a block transferred. So how that will be selected? DMA DT is equals to 1 will be used for block transferred. Okay, so here the SZ and incrementing bits are used for incrementing, decrementing or no change bits, and also DMA SK, DA, SZ are used for to stored in temporary register for next block transferred. So if that is a one block is transferred, then again reloaded from its temporary register for DMA IFG flag. If flag is set, flag is generated, interrupt flag is generated, then these temporary register contents will be copied into original registers. What are the original registers? DMA SA, DMA DT, and DZ. DZ. Okay, so these are the original registers. Okay, then after block transfer, CPU will be halt. So once the all blocks are transferred, then CPU will be resumes active. Okay. Then if you want to use a repeated operation, if you want repeated block, DMA bit is set, then again the number of blocks are going on transferred. Okay, same operation. Okay, then go to the next one. Burst block. What is a burst block? Burst block means CPU and as well as block transfer both will be performed at a time. So that means if here you can use a 20% of CPU because we are CPU will be work only block to block in between block to block transfer operation. The CPU will be run or active. Okay, so that is a when will be 100%. That means DMA enable is 0. Then only the CPU will perform 100% operation. Okay, so that is a burst block transfer. The same. So when the that CPU will be work, the CPU will be work between one block to the another block transfer. Between the time the CPU will be run. Okay, then DMA, same thing. I'm up, explained. Here blocks you can replace bits. Okay, then DMA size is 0. Then the data transfer will be stopped. And similarly, this original data addresses will be copied into a temporary registers. This SA and DA will be used for either incrementing or decrementing. SZ will be decremented for every data transfer, every block transfer, and SZ will be 0 and again will be reloaded from temporary registers to original register when at the flag will be generated. And similarly, the repeated block mode, DMA is set to always 1. So once DMA is, the repeated block burst is going on executing. If during that time any interrupt is present, no interrupt, no triggerings are no triggerings are activated or accepted. If suppose if you are doing a repeated block transfer, at that time if any triggering is request is present, those requests will not be allowed. Okay, then how to stop this one? You can stop this burst block by using DMA enable bit is 0, or you can use NMI or enable NMI. NMI means en, en, enable NMI. And in repeated burst mode means same operation depending upon the DMA enable. Okay, so please go through this and practice it. Okay, thank you.